Hello everyone, this is Anjali Sharma. I'm here again with the new chapter. The name of the chapter is Playing with Numbers. Now we are going to play with numbers, right? Let's quickly will get start. So here we are taking first topic factors. We know that certain numbers multiply to give other numbers and such numbers are called factors. So factor is a number which you multiply with another number to get the desired number. And we also know how do we find whether the number is a factor of another number. How do we find that? We divide the numbers, and if there is no remainder, then the number is a factor. So this is how we find whether a certain number is a factor of another number or not. So we know that factors are friends of a number. So tens once wanted to find out who are its friends. So 10 started thinking, who are my factors? Now we know that 2 and 5 are multiplied to give 10. So 2 into 5 is 10. So 2 is a factor of 10. Also 5 is a factor of 10. Because 2 is multiplied by with another number to give 10. Also 5 is multiplied by with another number to give 10. So 2 and 5, as we can see, they are the friends of 10 or the factors of 10. Also we know that 10 is a friend of itself. So 10 is a factor of 10. So 1 into 10 is 10. 1 multiplied by 10 gives us 10. So 1 and 10 are also factors of 10. Because 1 into another number gives us 10, right? So 1 is a factor of 10. Also 10 into another number gives us 10. So 10 is a factor of 10. So children, we saw that 2 is a factor, 5 is a factor, 1 is a factor and 10 is a factor. So we have got so many factors of 10. So 10 again starting thinking, what are all the factors that I have? That it's what are all the friends I have? Till now, 10 has come to know 4 its friends or factors. That is 2, 5, 1 and 10. Now 10 wants to know or wants to find out what are all the factors of 10. So how do we do that? When start with 1 and start dividing. So we start with the lowest number. So the lowest number is 1. So I divide 10 by 1, and when I divide 10 by 1, the quotient is 10 and the remainder is 0. So we know that the remainder is 0. The divisor, which is 1, in this case 1 is a factor. So I can say that 1 is a factor of 10, right? Because when I divide 10 by 1, I get the remainder 0. Now next, what doing in it? Since I need to find all the factors of 10, I need to check all the numbers, right? So 10 divided by 2. Next I need to check for 2. 1 is done. Now I know 1 is a factor of 10. So I go to the next number, which is 2. Now what is 10 divided by 2? So 10 divided by 2 gives me quotient 5, right? Wait. Because 2 multiplied by 5 gives us 10 and the remainder is 0. So 10 divided by 2 gives me quotient 5 and remainder 0. This means 10 divided by 2, that is a factor. 2 is a factor of 10 because the remainder is 0. What is the next step? What is the next number after 2? So the next number after 2 is 3. So I divide 10 by 3 and check. Now when you divide 10 by 3, so if I divide 10 by 3, 3 goes how many times into 10? 3 times. So 3 goes 3 times, right? 10 minus 9 is 9 is 1. So the quotient is 3 and the remainder is 1. So 10 divided by 3 gives me quotient 3, right? And remainder 1. Now since I am getting a remainder which is not 0, that means 3 is not a factor of 10. So 3 is not a factor of 10. Now divided by the next number which is 4. Now 10 divided by 4, if you divide you will see that the quotient is 2 and the remainder is 2. So the remainder is not 0, right? Which means that 4 is not a factor of 10, right? Now let's move to the next number which is 5. 10 divided by 5 gives me quotient 2 and the remainder of 0, right? Because 5 into 2 is 10. So 10 divided by 5 gives me a quotient of 2 and the remainder of 0. So 5 is a factor of 10. Similarly, we do it all the numbers till 10. So I do this division for all the numbers till 10. So 10 divided by 6 gives me quotient 1 and the remainder 4. So 6 is not a factor of 10. Then 10 divided by 7 gives me a quotient 1 and remainder 3. So 7 is not a factor. Next, 10 divided by 8 gives me quotient 1 and remainder 2. So 8 is not a factor of 10. So the next is 10 divided by 9 gives me quotient 1 and remainder 1. So 9 is not a factor of 10. So the next 10 divided by 10 gives me quotient 1 and remainder 0. So 10 is a factor of 10. So what are the factors of 10? All the numbers with remainder 0. So 1, 2, 5 and 10. These are the factors of 10. Because only these numbers when divide 10 leave a remainder 0. All other numbers have some remainder which is not 0. Okay. So why do I stop at 10? Because if I divide 10 by any other number bigger than 10, then the remainder will be 10. So suppose if I divide 10 by 11, then how many times? Just 11 goes into 10? 0 times, because 10 is less than 11. So 0 times and remainder is 10. So I will always have a remainder when I divide 10 by a number greater than 10, right? So I don't need to check for any other greater than 10. I only need to check for numbers till 10. So 10 divided by 10 is 1 and giving a remainder is 0. So the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5 and 10. Okay. So the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5 and 10. So from 1, 2, 5, 10, the lowest factor is 1 and the highest factor is 10 itself. And I have two more factors, that is 2 and 5. Now can you find all the factors of number 9? So let's do it. So I divide 9 by 1 and I get the quotient 9 and remainder 0. It means, so the 1 is a factor of 9, right? Now if I divide 9 by 2, so 9 divided by 2, how many times does 2 goes into 9? 4 times, right? 2 into 4 is 8, and I subtract this and to get remainder 1. So the quotient is 4 and remainder is 1. So the quotient is 4 and the remainder is 1. So 2 is not a factor of 9, right? So 9 divided by 3 gives quotient 3 and remainder 0, because 3 into 3 is 9. So 3 is a factor of 9, right? Now 9 divided by 4 gives quotient 2 and remainder 1, right? So it means 4 is not a factor of 9 because remainder is 1. That's why 9 divided by 5 gives me quotient 1 and remainder 4. So non-zero remainder or the remainder is not 0 means 5 is not a factor of 9. Similarly, we have 9 divided by 6, 9 divided by 7, 9 divided by 8, 9 divided by 9. Among these, we see that only 9 when divided by 9 gives me remainder 0. So 9 is a factor, right? 8, this has remainder 1. So 8 is not a factor, right? 7, this is have remainder 2. So it is not a factor, right? 6 has remainder 3. Even this is not a factor. 5 has 4 remainder. Even this is not a factor. 4 has remainder 1. It means so it is not a factor, right? 3 is a factor because 0 has remainder. 2 is not a factor and 1 is a factor. Sorry. So what are the factors of 9? 1, 3 and 9. So factor of 9 are 1, 3 and 9. Now what is the smallest factor of 9? 1. And what is the largest factor of 9? Itself, right? Means 9. So this is how you can find all the factors of a given number. Start with 1 and divide by all the numbers till that number to see which are numbers given the remainder 0. This is how you can find all the factors of any given number. Now children, did you observe something? Yes, we observe that the biggest factor of every number is the number itself, right? No factor is bigger than that number. And we stop dividing when we reach that number. So in case of 10 also we divided till 10, and in case of 9 also we divided till 9, right? Because after that we will always get a remainder, right? So the biggest factor is that number itself. Why? 10 is always divisible by 10 and 9 is always divisible by 9. So any number is always divisible by itself. Got it? So take any number, say 23, right? 23 is always 1 into 23. Take any other number, say 100. Now 100 is always 1 into 100, right? So you can write any number as 1 into that number, which means that number is a factor of itself. So the biggest factor of every number is that number itself. Got it? Also, the lowest factor for every number is 1. What does it mean? Suppose 23 can be written as 1 into 23. So 1 is something is 23. 1 into something is 23. So if I divide 23 by 1, I get the remainder 0. So 23 or any other number is always divisible by 1, right? Take any other number, suppose 200. So 200 is 1 into 200. So any number can be written as 1 into that number, right? So the smallest or the lowest factor of every number is 1. Why is this so? Because all numbers are divisible by 1. So every number, the smallest factor will be 1 and the biggest factor will be the number itself, right? And in between 1 and that number there can be several others factors. They can be 1, 2, 3, any numbers of factors which we can find by dividing the given number by all the numbers less than that number, right? So take different numbers and divide them with all the numbers less than that number to find out all these factors. So you will be amazing to see how many different factors and the numbers have. So children, please do the practice of these questions, as these questions are from school book. Write all the factors of 20, 36, 23 and 8 and 16. Okay, thank you so much student. Now you can see the answer after solving the questions. Okay, now let's start the next topic. So the next topic is multiple. So what are multiples of a number? Say we have a number 7. Okay, so what are its multiples and how many multiples does it have? Let's see. 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. So this 7 is one of the multiple of 7, right? So 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. So 14 is another multiple of 7, right? If a number is multiplied with 7, we get 7 multiples. Got it? And 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. And list would be continue forever. So the multiples of 7s are 7, 14, 21, 28 and so on. Right? This proves that the list of multiples of a number is infinite. For us, the number of factors of a number is always finite. So the concept of multiple gives us a very important result. So let us find the multiples of 2. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6 and multiples of 2 is continue. So what's special about multiples of 2? So all the multiples of 2 you can see are called even numbers. Yes, all the multiples of 2 are even. And what about the numbers which are not multiples of 2? The number which are not multiples of 2 are called odd numbers, right? You can see, so the number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on are called odd numbers. So this concept of even and odd number is very important, and multiples of 2 is even and non-multiples of 2 is odd. Got it? Now we come to a very interesting question. How are factors and multiples related? So let us understand the relation with the help of a random number, say 12. I have taken 12. To find the factors of 12, we try writing it as all the possible products of two numbers. So 12 can be written as 1 multiplied by 12. It can be written as 2 multiplied by 6 and it can be written as 3 multiplied by 4. So these are the only possible combinations. Each of these numbers are factor of 12. So the factor of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Now you can observe this, student, you can observe the number of 12 is in relation with these numbers. So 1 multiplied by 12 gives 12, right? So 12 is multiple of 1, right? So 2 multiplied by 6 gives us 12, right? So 12 is also a multiple of 2. 3 times 4 gives us 12 and so on. What does it imply, students? The number 12 is multiple of all its factor. Yes, this is always true. A number is always a multiple of all its factor. Okay, so let us take the another example, students. Okay, so bigger number were formed by multiplying the smaller numbers. Notice that bigger number which we formed by multiplying the smaller numbers, call the smaller numbers, dear friends. Okay, so these numbers are the friends of the bigger number, right? So we call these numbers are the factors of the bigger number. So 1, 2, 5 and 10, they multiply with some other number to give 10. So these are all factors of 10. 1, 2, 5 and 10 are different factors of 10. So 10 calls 1, 2, 5 and 10 as its factor. Okay. But should 1, 2, 5 and 10 call this 10 as their factor or something else? So let us see. So 1, 2, 5 and 10, they are the factors of 10, right? But 10 is not a factor of these numbers. So what is 10 of these numbers? Do we have a different name for it? Yes, we do. We say that 10 is a multiple of these numbers, right? So 10 is multiple of 1, 10 is multiple of 2, 10 is a multiple of 5, 10 is a multiple of itself. Why? Because 10 is formed by multiplying these numbers, okay, with some other number. So 10 is formed by multiplying 1 with 10, it is formed by multiplying 2 with 5, it is formed by multiplying 5 with 2, and it is also formed by multiplying itself with 1. So 10 is multiple of 1, right? 10 is a multiple of 2, 10 is a multiple of 5, and 10 is also a multiple of itself, that is 10. So if I get 10 by multiplying these numbers by some other numbers, I say that 10 is a multiple of these numbers, right? So now in this case, 3 into something is 18, and what is that? 3 into 6 is 18. We know that 3 into 6 is 18, right? It is formed by multiplying 3 with some other number. So I can say that 3 is a factor of 18 and also 6 is a factor of 18, right? Because 6 multiplied by 3 gives 18, right? So both these are the factors of 18. But what is 18? 18 is formed by multiplying 3 with 6. So I say that 18 is a multiple, right? It is a multiple of 3 as well as 6. So this is a relation between factors and multiples. So if two numbers are multiplied to get the third number, then these two numbers are the factors, right? And what we get by multiplying is a multiple. So multiple, in other words, is something which we get by multiplying. Now look at this multiplication table, student. This is a multiplication table of 2, from 2 into 1 till 2 into 10. So what are all these 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? What are all these numbers? These are the numbers which are formed by multiplying 2 with different numbers from 1 to 10. So what can I say about these numbers? Well, all these numbers are actually the multiples of 2, right? Because these numbers are formed by multiplying 2 with some other numbers, right? So the term multiplying in itself doesn't mean anything. When you are specifying multiply, you need to state multiple of what? So in this case, all these are the multiples of 2. If I write only multiple, that would not be mean anything at all. So I need to write multiples of 2, and all these are the multiples of 2. Now student, what are the multiples? So multiples of a number are the numbers which are formed by multiplying that number with some other number. Okay? So student, just keep these two things in your mind, that factors, exact divisor of that number, and any number, multiple of its factor. Okay? So I am giving you some questions for solving. So this is the question. List the first 5 multiples of each number. Okay student? So do it. And so student, after solving, see the answers and check it by yourself. Don't see before the solving.